On behalf of the 9,000 members of the IEEE Hong Kong section and the co-organizers of this event, I want to extend a very warm welcome to all of you to the Technology in Life Hackathon in celebration of the IEEE Day 2020. Established in 1972, the Hong Kong section has always pursued diligently the mission of IEEE. This year, however, we are facing an unprecedented challenge in the form of COVID-19 pandemic. It has suspended most of our established activities and presented us with a new norm, which we have to learn to navigate quickly to survive and forge ahead. Never before have we been more reliant on technology to guide us through the storm. The theme of this hackathon is therefore the use of technology in business and life. The different projects present ideas on how technology presents alternatives and innovations to overcome the many difficulties we will encounter. For our leaders of tomorrow, there is no better time than now to equip yourselves with the state-of-the-art knowledge in technology to navigate your career paths. We are pleased to have received many outstanding entrants in this year's hackathon that address the needs of tomorrow. I'm sure it will be both exciting and entertaining to listen to the presentation of the finalists. In the meantime, please relax and enjoy the special program we have prepared for you.
Hello, my name is Lim Cheung. I'm the former chair of the IEEE Hong Kong section. I want to congratulate Dr. Paulina Chan and her team for the successful launching of the IEEE Day. This is an important occasion to mark the outstanding accomplishments of the Hong Kong section leadership in 2020. The team has just organized the IEEE Hackathon together with Hong Kong Cyberport. The hackathon attracted 50+ teams of bright young entrepreneurs presenting their innovative projects. The group also organized the professional lecture series with top international speakers and launched the sharing series with experienced volunteers of the Life Member Affinity Group. Congratulations again to Paulina and her team for a job well done. Keep up with the excellent work. Thank you.
Hello everyone. This is Professor Paul Jiang. It gives me great pleasure to be invited to say a few words on the IEEE Day 2020 and to congratulate the participants and winners of the Technology in Life Business Hackathon. IEEE is the world's largest learned society with over 400,000 members in the discipline of electrical, electronic, and computer engineering and related fields around the world. For better or for worse, technology has completely transformed our world in the past over 100 years and will undoubtedly continue to do so. IEEE and its members, in no small part, has contributed significantly for such advancement. Events like TiL Hackathon are opportunities for innovative and driven minds to get together and try to solve some real-life problems as a means to develop and sharpen their innovative and entrepreneurial faculties. I wish to congratulate all finalists and participants, disregard whether you win or not, for your participation and contributions towards such a meaningful event. the motto of IEEE is Advancing Technology for Humanities. This reminds me of a poem written by the famous poet T.S. Eliot, Choruses from the Rock, written over 100 years ago, who reminded us the risk humanity is facing in our advancement and development. And I quote, "The endless cycle of idea and action, endless invention, endless experiment, bring knowledge of motion, but not of stillness, knowledge of speech, but not of silence, knowledge of words, and ignorance of the word. Where is the life we have lost in living? Where is the wisdom we have lost in knowledge? Where is the knowledge we have lost in information? Let us together innovate, create, and advance technology for humanity and the betterment of our world and the environment." Thank you.
I'm Wen Chi Siu. What have you been doing during this pandemic time? We cannot have the usual social activities as normal days. It is the best time to enhance ourselves with new knowledge for future challenge. Not just read new materials, but the best way to acquire concrete knowledge is to learn via implementation. Try to do some practical work to verify the theory. It is the golden chance for trying something that you suppose to have no time to do during normal days, such that you can turn this hard time into one of the most useful time periods in your life. Thank you.
IEEE Tech in Life Business Hackathon, a virtual event. So before me doing the further introduction of myself and the event, I would like to first welcome the chair of our IEEE Hong Kong section, Dr. Paulina Chan, to give us a brief introduction and give us a few words. So welcome, Paulina.
This is my great pleasure, to welcome all of you, all the budding tech managers, all the entrepreneurs, all the future unicorns across universities, of all the important, members of IEEE. And we are very happy that this is the first, Tech in Life Hackathon. And also we celebrate, with the IEEE Day 2020. This is a very important day. And also this is very important is our way, to combat and also to embrace, the pandemic, of the world. I'd like to briefly, introduce, IEEE Hong Kong. We are a professional society of 9,000 members, founded in 1972, with 20 chapters, of technical skills and societies, 3 infinity groups, and many, student branches. And many of you belong to one of the branches, and also, if you're not, you're very welcome to join. Members of the Young Professional Affinity Group, which is the chair, of this TiL Hackathon, is also, and also the student branches are the future leaders of IEEE Hong Kong. And we innovate, we share multidisciplinary model programs from Hong Kong to all regions worldwide towards technology advancement for humanity.
So within this hackathon, we want you all to identify the problem you think we are facing right now that was caused by this pandemic or something that we need to adapt to, right, along with your teammate. And then based on this problem, came up with a solution, marrying technology and business to tackle this problem?
I'm excited, very, to welcome all, over 140 of us today. And I can see, from the split screen that you are all happy, cheerful, and waiting, to get started and to be the next, unicorn, for IEEE. In my career, I have always been, in the business technology aspect, from the very early teleconferencing. As a matter of fact, video teleconferencing was my PhD thesis at Imperial College, and only up to today that it becomes, one of us, everyday life. So what I'm going to say is, patience and perseverance, will, really, harvest, and also serving, humanity.
I echo everything that Paulina said, and I think this is a great opportunity for the young people here to get together and sharing experience and exploring what's new and wonderful technology for the world. When I say for the world, I want you to think big. Don't just look at what's happening in Hong Kong. Even though you are in Hong Kong, the whole world is your playground. So I always ask people, spend the headquarters money. Don't worry about Hong Kong's money. So for example, IEEE has millions and millions of dollars of budget, and you have the right to spend the budget of IEEE and the budget outside IEEE.
So morning everyone. So I hope that has been clear heard. Welcome you again. So this is a not a very pleasant morning, but I think at least we are pleasantly excited of all these opportunities. Okay, I think I very echo that. So what we've been shared by our colleagues from different aspects. Okay, so I think specifically that from my experience as from academic, I think that I've been also serving as a similar kind of hackathon before, as a technical mentor, and a different aspect. But I think this is very exciting, not just because this is related to IEEE Day 2020, and at the same time, it's under a new norm. That's how to work together as a team, as a hackathon.
So this is TiL from AWS. First of all, very grateful to be here talking to all of you guys here. Thank you IEEE and organizing this amazing event. So as you all know that you only have like less than 48 hours to come up with your ideas. So just couple tips for you guys. So well spent on your time. Enjoy the moment. And as I'm going to give you guys a coach section later on, so I'm not talking too much here. So yep, well spent on time. Enjoy the moment and wish you guys all the best. Thank you.
Cultivating talent and instilling entrepreneurship skills in youngsters are the cornerstones of fostering the development of innovation and technologies. In recent years, many university students have got a taste of entrepreneurship through different programs, while more researchers have also commercialized their research results. Meanwhile, the government has also devoted more resources to promote science education in schools, which we believe we stimulate our younger generation's interest in innovations and empower them with fundamental knowledge.
What is a pitch? There are typically a couple kinds of pitch types. The first one is we call it elevator pitch, which literally is like 60 seconds or like max, I would say 100 seconds. For you is you can pitch anytime, anywhere to anybody. It could be meeting a client, it could be meeting a mentor, or let's say an investor. That one is to gain the trust from your audience immediately, right? The second type is really common among like students is called the on-stage speech. It could be from hackathons, demo day, competition. It's usually timed limit, means it could be like 5 to 10 minutes max, or for this event, we're looking into 15-minute speech, which you can prepare maybe, let's say 10 to 15 catchy slides. For you, is how can you make things really precise to win the contest, right? It's not about like the whole everything, like really like vague. It's about like how can you win the competition like in really short period of time, which we're going to focus a lot about like pitch elements later on. The third is how you can pitch and to win more like macro fund and funding support. It is a bit longer in terms of the content, which including some practical data, your attractions, the number of users you have, your growth, and financial model as well. For investor pitch, it's kind of like dating, right? You want to show something really great to the investors and to keep the meeting going until the point that you get investment, which we're not focus here, focus on the second place, the on-stage speech. There's some hacks to actually hacking hackathons. Let me share a couple of points. The number one thing is to be very, very focused on one customer segment of that, one of the really painful problem, right? Do not do tons of like problems because you have no time to solve all the problems with different kinds of solutions. The best is a target to have one convincing value, which is targeting the pain point, but one key tech secret sauce. You can cover a little bit more depending on story, but for what can really impress the judges, like you have one thing in your mind that you want to really pursue to solve the problem.
So for every working backward mechanism we start, we always start from the 5 big customer questions. Before we jump into any conclusion, before we jump into any solution, we have to answer these 5 basic questions. So one of the things that when we do the working backward practice, that is very important that we will never mention about the solution when we are still figuring out these 5 questions. Because if you start with the solutions and then you try to answer these five questions, you're actually you're finding answer for your solution, but you are not finding solution for your customers. So when you do this practice, when you answer these 5 customer questions, try not to think about the solution. It is not about the solution, it's about the customer problem. So I will go through the questions one by one with you. So the first one is, who is the customers? And the second is, what is the customer problem and or opportunity? So think about that, you are the founder of Airbnb. At that time when they found the company, they were in New York, and then there were a very busy conference ongoing, and then all the hotels are booked. And then you have to answer these 2 questions first. If you're able to answer that questions, you can jump into kind of like a problem statement here I show you on the screen. So like an Airbnb case I mentioned. So today, so what customer we are serving is the traveler, right? They want to travel to New York. So today, traveler, and then have to, what is the problem is all the hotels are booked, have to probably pay high rates for getting a hotel room when there is a busy conference happening at the city.
So before we go in, just quickly, I want to announce the final 5 teams. So we have Team 4, Morning Camp, Team 5, Learn In, Team 17, Paco, Team 18, Quick Fix, and Team 32, Rehearse. And we also have a very diverse background student this year. You know, we got students from CUHK, Hong Kong UST, HKBU, and a lot of them are from different major and subjects. So we are very happy to see that.
Engage yourself in the next online class. I'm Emily from Group 4, one of the funders of MoneyCamp. And today we are here to give you what you want. Focus on online classes. Our mission is to help you focus on online classes more efficiently than ever before by using a computer to supervise you in the absence of teachers or parents or your own self-discipline. Our product exists, the MoneyCamp. Overall, our MoneyCamp is a plug-on model which provides gentle reminders for students and timely feedback for teachers and focuses on improving the unsatisfactory experiences of online classes by using deep learning technology.
So here is our website, and first of all, a disclaimer will pop up, and we will ask the user for consent of our private policy. And then on the right side, you can see the overall attention records and emotion records of all the classes in the biggest chart. And below, you can see the composition of the emotions of all the students during the class.
As a new module, how will we enter the market? We have 4 ways in our plan. First, to facilitate the promotion, we utilize search engine ads to expose it to the public. Also, we use ads on popular study apps like Notability and on other social media platforms like Facebook or Instagram. Second and third, we conduct pilot projects like free trial events with small schools. During COVID-19, we first formed partnerships with small-scale platforms to provide a demo for MoneyCamp and receive feedback after the free trial period. Then we would encourage large-scale implementation in schools and organizations using mainstream platforms like Zoom. Post-COVID, our market will be further enlarged to private education institutions like TAL and eClass. Also, individual users can enjoy MoneyCamp. These users will include parents who want to monitor their children's studies or people who want to track distractions when working with a computer. We are a very diverse team with specialties in multiple areas. Sam, our tech developer, is a computer science background student who has worked in Tencent as a software engineer. Elle, who is the business analyst on our team, was engaged in MUN conferences. Emily, our marketing manager, and I, the operation manager, have experiences in the entrepreneur field. Finally, Edith, our data analyst, has delved into the investment analysis field with machine learning.
So, hi, I'm Francis from Learnin. So, before talking about the details of our product, let's meet Ivan, one of our teammates, and a year 1 freshman who has been longing for university life. But the outbreak of coronavirus turned everything down. Yet, online lecture is not the thing that bothers Ivan the most. Whenever he thinks about the annoying screen with all those overlapping browsers, his brain gets stuck. Well, let me tell you what exactly happened to Ivan when he's having his lecture. Everything starts with Zoom that appears on the top left-hand corner, just like what we did now listening to presentations. But that's not the only website he needs to prepare. What if Professor used online polling to count attendance? And so he opened a new window for Kahoot. So what if he needs to jot down important notes during the 1 hour and 30 minutes lecture? And so he opened another window for note-taking software. After all, his screen looks exactly like the one shown in the PowerPoint. In fact, I really have to admit that it looks pretty well already. At least you can see most part of the screen. Just imagine that you're working on a totally unfamiliar course, just like Ivan did for his physics. You would have to open much more windows. One for dictionary to look up difficult words, one for YouTube to watch the video corresponding to the experiment for better understanding. Well, then his view would be totally blocked. How troublesome it is, he thought. Let's meet really our teammate Ivan.
Thank you, Francis.
So I'm going to talk about how learning helps me and thousands of other students in online learning. So due to the pandemic, the amount of web-based software in learning is surging. And this application can be easily embedded to our website due to the high compatibility of the programming languages. We take advantage of this and come up with the idea of the browser. As the name suggests, you can split one browser type into several grids and use the software needed.
To introduce learning to the market, we adopted the 3P strategy. The first P stands for partnership. It means that we will seek partnerships with the initial 50 schools and other institutions at a later stage. The second P stands for promises. It refers to our strategy of offering packages to chain tutorial centers and corporations at a promised reasonable price. Lastly, the third P stands for promotion. Learning will engage in promotion via social media, such as Baby Kingdom and Facebook. Also, since we target local schools as our major customers, we will send out email to invite them for subscriptions. Time is running out. In the last few seconds, may I proudly introduce to you the team of learning. We are all Year 1 students from CUHK and HKUST, young yet ambitious, talented and innovative. To be frank, we didn't expect that we would be given the opportunity to present our idea of learning here. However, as long as we get this chance, we will spare no effort to give the most comfortable, personalized, and efficient experience to our users.
Good afternoon, judges. We are Pego, and it is our privilege to do this presentation. Unemployment rate has gone crazy. It is unbelievable to see how COVID-19 has impacted our society economically. A lot of big companies no longer earn as much revenue as before. As a result, those companies have decided to lay off a huge number of their employees.
We discussed an idea which will fix not only one, but both at the same time. Introducing PackGo, a mobile application that makes it easy for everyone to do instant in-city delivery. Our app will not only allow people to deliver items instantly, but also create new job opportunities for the society, especially for the unemployed people and people who need additional income. Because in our app, anyone can be a career. Adding the more reasons as to how our app is for the good for the society. It is very easy to use our app. Firstly, the user inputs the sender's location and the receiver's address. Secondly, the user inputs the details of the item and can choose between the standard and priority options. The priority option will cost more, but it will be faster for the item to be delivered.
Despite all of us being computer science nerds, please believe us when we say that we are passionate people when it comes to doing business, especially through the means of using data analytics to better understand the needs of both customers and careers. You know what they say, coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success.
We are Group 18 and we will be presenting you the one-stop shop for SMEs in Hong Kong. We call it Quick Fix. Hi, my name is Jay and I'll be presenting you Quick Fix with my colleague Mohar. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about the team. Neil, can you go next? So, a little backstory here. Malhar, Sahil, Neil and I, all of our parents actually own a business of their own, and Neil's dad is in the import-export industry, while all of our dads are in the jewelry industry. 5 years ago today, when we would go to the office with our dads, we would always see big racks of cash. It is just how the nature of the business was. All cash deals and pay up in advance up front. We would always see our dads traveling from the States to Switzerland to Japan or Thailand. However, things have changed a lot. Now when our dads come home, all we see is a fake smile, masking all their pain. See, the issue here is that when a pandemic like COVID comes around, our parents have no freedom to travel. Our business relied heavily on customers flying in and out, or our dads going to exhibitions abroad. So now there's no one helping our dads, and they're essentially getting zero to little revenue. So our dads have absolutely no clue what to do, and they can't spend enough to hire someone help. Instant consulting for SMEs and their day-to-day problems. Quick Fix is as easy as doing a Google search. You simply type in a question like, how can we keep our employees motivated while they work from home? And then you will be connected to our professional in-house consultants. As our app is hosted on MongoDB to keep data up to date in real time across multiple users, it is a very technologically advanced app. So let us show you the customer journey of our app. Malhar will be guiding you through that. We have a brilliant team of young individuals with a diverse background. I am Jess Soni, and I will be leading the head of business development. I am studying risk management and business intelligence and have had experience of running a startup already. Alongside me will be Malhar Vora, who will be leading the business analytics side of the app. He's pursuing decision analytics, and he is head of data at another company called The Chance Me. So he has had a lot of experience with data analysis. Due to Neil's similar background as me, he'll be leading the growth department of our app, as he already has a lot of leadership experience from being the president of the RMBI Student Association. And Sahil will be leading the UI UX department for us, as he's had an immense amount of experience in developing apps and designing how they look like.
How COVID-19 changes the way we live. That's definitely the headline that you will encounter on the news every day, as it is still affecting a lot of the social activities that we took it for granted before. I'm sure you can count some experiences where you realize the current remote tools are great, but you wish there was some kind of improvement. And as a team with music professionals in the industry, this is definitely the case. Our technology specialist, Lokji, is a choir lead. He tried to organize daily choir practices on Zoom. However, due to the delay for different users, he realized that all the voices are not synchronized. While some may be halfway through the song, others might have already ended it. And if something as fundamental as rehearsals can be unsynchronized, what about artists, collaborations, or even live performances? And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, we are here today with Rehearse, bringing sounds together.
When you look into it, let's say a choir practices like what I have with my friends. The choir conductor will first play a backing track. So in case of a choir performance, choir rehearsal, it will be a piano track. So you play it for other players, singers to perform along. The singers in their own time zone or in their own computers, they will sing along with the backing track. Well, after the host receives those audio stream from the singers individually, our program will synchronize it according to the backing track in real-time delay.
So as this technology would primarily help with live performances, rehearsals, and music production, we're looking at a very profitable entertainment and music industry. The live concert has a market size of $31 billion US, while ticket sales alone is $24 billion US. And within that, digital revenue is $14 million US. Although COVID might have shrunk market size by a significant amount this year, with technology like Rehearse, we can introduce virtual music creation as the new norm. By replacing the face-to-face venue and shifting ticket sales online, and by being a pioneer of music technology that allows performers to not be in the same room and work remotely, we can obtain the first mover advantage and get a big portion of the 40 million digital revenue.
So the second one out for today, for our first attack in a live business hackathon, it's team. We'll make sure that I don't do a wrong thing. Okay, it's a team number 4, the Money Camp. So let's congratulate the winners, the second one out winner. Okay, so they're great. Congratulations again. So that's we enjoy the presentation and enjoy that. So your work, that's you guys working on it. So thank you so much.
Yeah, right. Team 5 Learning is the first runner-up. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Team 5. So very well done on winning the first runner-up of today, and I believe the future. Personally, I really like the presentation as well. So keep up with the good work.
The winner of the 2020 IEEE Tech in Life Business Hackathon is Team 32 Rehearse. Many congratulations.
Congratulations, Rehearse.
So I was told that I need to tell you how you can actually benefit from the CCMF Fast Track, and no worry about it. We have a special Fast Track, reserve, for young entrepreneurs. That's what we call the YEP, right? So you are now in that category, and then our team will be in contact with you.
Thank
you.
Congratulations. Thank you, Mr. Chen. Once again, congratulations, Rehearse. You have done very well today, and I love your idea as well. It's very innovative. So once after we all finish, we will send out the email along with the contact of the young entrepreneur team from Cyberport. They will reach out to you to follow up with your project and see how they can help you fast track with the CCMF funding. So thank you very much, and congratulations once again.
I am very glad to have the opportunity to join all of you this afternoon. I'm from Singapore originally, but now I'm with CityU and the Knowledge Transfer Office in CityU. So I've only been in Hong Kong for about 8 months. Prior to this, I was in Singapore with the National University. So doing very similar work, nurturing startups in technology transfer. So it's a very good opportunity for me to observe what is in the Hong Kong ecosystem as far as technology and startups is concerned. A couple of things that we want to share with y'all. Different parts of the world, they have different approaches and also different formulas and what they define as success. But there's no two ways about it globally. And this is from probably more than 3-6 years ago, that the trend is moving towards having lots of startups in every urban society. It is part and parcel of the transformation to a knowledge economy. And the speed at which knowledge is accrued, particularly in places where there are research universities, the speed of knowledge explosion is so great. Established companies, and we're talking about very, very well established highbrow tech companies, they are not able to keep up. I have this opportunity to have many dialogues with very, very sophisticated tech companies and the leaders in there. In sort of a one-to-one private sharing, they are a lot more candid and more comfortable. So they will actually be very honest to say that they can't keep up. They send their tech scouts out into universities, companies, etc., to find and learn from them what exactly is trending. So I do encourage young people in any society who has a degree in higher learning, who is affiliated and associated with universities and research institutions, to not let an opportunity of creating new ventures, new technology ventures, not let that slip you by.